In Miami, they have declared a state of emergency and have started a curfew. It's because of spring break crowds and a violent weekend, including 2 separate shootings, you guys. 4 officers are injured. Check out this video the city's police union posted that showed the spring break crowd rushing police vehicles. They said, quote, the party needs to end. Okay, you're come from Miami, also a former teacher.
Right.
Is this standard, or do you think this is because post-COVID?
This is absolutely standard. I lived in Miami for 10 years, and this is not just spring break. People do go down there for spring break, obviously, but every convention of dentists and, real estate brokers, they all have their, when we went to National Association for Black Journalists, Erica and I, it was in Miami. Miami's a place where people go to have a good time, just like Mexico City, just like New Orleans. There are places where people go to party, so there are going to be more incidents of violence, more incidents of drunken behavior, unfortunately more incidents of police officers being injured because there's more people. So like when we look at this, we do have to look at it with a grain of salt in that there are places that people vacation at. People are going to be drunk, people are going to be on drugs, and this is going to be some of the stuff that happens, but for the most part, it's just a lot of fun. That's why people are down there.
Did you ever partake in spring break?
Yeah.
Was it like that?
I feel like Jeff was on spring break in his head.
Did you see that reaction?
Yeah.
That said it all. So tell us,
Yeah.
because I never got to partake in it. So is it?
Well, I would look down, I'm like, well, I have a tattoo, but you can't see it. That's a spring break buddy right there. But
Really? You have a spring break tattoo?
yeah, unfortunately.
What does it say?
It doesn't say. It's just it's a long story.
All right.
But it's here. I don't want to overlook the fact that mob mentality is real, right? And unfortunately, when we say, oh, they're just kids on spring break, it's mob mentality. No, I'm protesting for this good cause. No, that's mob mentality. Well, my team just won the championship. No, that's mob mentality. When you get this many people in a group together, somehow it raises and riles everybody up, and then we blame it on the cause or what it's doing. It's just when you get that many people and you add some alcohol on top of it, bad things are going to happen. I don't know how we combat this, but I'm just saying that's what happens when you get this many people together. No matter what the cause is, even if it's a celebration, there's something bad that ends up happening.
And let me add to your equation there and add 2 years of being pent up from COVID. I really do think that has a lot to be said. If you're going to Miami and it's 2 years, you've been inside, you want to partay with a capital P. I've never done that. I don't know how.
So but you never participated in spring break?
I went to Puerto Vallarta after I asked a couple. Wait.
Were you 74 years old on spring break?
But a couple of lady friends were going and asked to join.
Okay,
you're not on spring break when someone's carrying your luggage.
I did the tequila.
You did?
Yeah, and I did other things.
Like what?
There was a foam party I went to. I did a choreographed wet T-shirt. There was a lot of stuff I did.
You did a wet
choreographed wet T-shirt?
I had it on a 5, 6, 7, 8, and they wouldn't let me do it to the music I wanted, so I wasn't unable to perform.
What music did you want?
Everybody Dance Now.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. See Music Factory?
Everybody Dance
so. That's
Now.
good.
But I think, listen, you brought up something about mob mentality. I think it's very real, but I also think alcohol being in the mix, when you look at a lot of these protests, right?
Yeah.
Those protests aren't fueled by alcohol. And at least they have a mission of evoking change. When you have a bunch of teenagers, and no knock on it, I get it, they're young, but when it escalates to shootings, something's off here. We don't see this in other countries. So what's different about our country?
I don't know if we want to conflate like the shootings with the spring breakers, because shootings can also, if I have beef with Jeff over some other things, illegal things, and I need some kind of cover to do what we have to do, I would wait for spring break. There's 10,000 more people on the street.
But they were mobbing those cop cars.
I don't think a lot of spring breakers are going down there and shooting people and going back to Texas A&M. I don't think that's happening. I think that was probably a separate
But even
Miami
the alcohol
incident.
consumption is a problem.
But I mean, you could say that about Boston, Houston, Dallas. I mean, yeah, people. This country, we are a country that drinks. I no longer drink because I drink so much. So it's a cultural thing more than I think just spring break.
Okay.